long way to come for such disappointing defeat. What's the mood like in the changing rooms after that?
Good, mate, really. We give ourselves a chance to win it after a terrible start and compounded some very basic errors in the second half. And I will repeat myself, just I think it does tell the story, but in 40 minutes we had 11 sets, completed only 8 of them. And it's pretty warm down here, and if you turn the ball over and then compounding it with penalties, it's a really, really tough ask. And yeah, so out of probably what, 34 minutes of the 32 or 34 minutes of the ball in play, we only had it for 11, so they doubled us at least in time and possession. So yeah, disappointing. I think there are no excuses from me. I can't defend some of the very basic skill errors that the lads are making. It's the coach killers, I suppose. That's the only term I've got for it. But what can we do? We have to just get on with it. Work out some areas to fix up, and there's a few of them. I think we lost. Having Bobby not available, Cav not available. That's a lot of experience that probably would have helped us when it was still in the balance, I think. But yeah, I think our halfbacks didn't get near what plan resembled second half. It's not all on them, but I think we're running out of excuses across the park. We can't keep saying we tried hard, because you're not necessarily getting wins just off the back of trying hard either. You'll get them sometimes, but not when teams are quite good and clinical and kick well, like Toulouse did, as Batley did again last week. So it's not all over. We've still got quite a bit to play, and a long way to go in the season, but we need to decide what we want to be. At the start of the year, we set some stuff internally around what we want to look like and how we want to carry ourselves, and we're not looking like it at the moment. But it can be rescued if we really believe it can be rescued. If not, there's a few tougher days ahead, I think.
The St Helens Cup game aside, where we have kind of had really good first halves, but then kind of fallen off it in quite a few second halves. How worried are you, given the kind of run that's going on?
Worried. What's this?
It's kind of it's not kind of a habit, but we're having a run of games where after half time, where we're in a really good position or in the lead, we're not doing that well.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm not worried about it because I can see what's happening. The fact is, we're not knocking off the plan. For the first 10 minutes, we probably didn't do a plan today. How did we start the game? 10. Running a touch, play 3-4 first set, then penalty, try. And that was like let's reset, and we got back in. And when we got back in the game, we got back in by playing to a plan and kicking after. Second half, we didn't get anywhere near that. And listen, your spine have got to take a chunk of responsibility on that, because that's a big part of their role. But they're not necessarily the ones missing the tackles, dropping the ball. It's a collective thing where this lot of players need to stand up and start making sure our actions match the words, because there's a lot of people telling me what they're going to do, how they're going to improve, what they can offer the team, and some of them have run out of time.
There were some positives though. We went toe to toe with a full-time team in their own backyard, and you said it was a big deal for them today. Do you take some comfort from the fact that we can do that against a side like Toulouse and come back from being 10-0 down in 10 minutes and then? Not
necessarily comfort, Mike, because I think we're better than regardless of being full-time. I think we're a better side, and then when we can play our way for long enough. But it's great to compete, but it's not 2 points on the board, so it's difficult to take every time. But they're a good team. Started with that, and I'll finish that as well. They're a good team, and I think they are a different kettle of fish when you play them at home. They're notoriously, if you like, apart from when they didn't have an home game, they did really well to come over and beat us all, didn't they? But over the years, Toulouse have been really good at home. We had a couple of wins here ourselves, but we expect it to be a tough one. This is a tough place to come, so that we won't be the only team, obviously, that comes here and loses this year. However, it still burns a bit, because we give ourselves an opportunity to win, and again, we've been masters of our own demise.
Swinton next week, completely different kettle of fish. Does this defeat today make it even more important to get back with the win next week? Or?
Well, yeah, I think every game at this club, in my opinion, is a must-win game externally. Internally, we want to win every game, of course we do. We're trying our very best, but we're not being very smart about how we go about business at the moment. And yes, Swindon presents a bit of a different challenge, but one we need to be up for, and we need to right some wrongs, and some people will get another opportunity to do that, and some won't.
Simon, a final question, just a quick word on the travelling fans that made the journey over to France to be with us here today. Great to see so many of them back in the lads.
Brilliant. Appreciate the spend, the hard work that goes into getting them here to follow us, and I hope they've had a good weekend despite this result, but I thought they were good, they were vocal, rode us through the early patch where we were average, got us back in the game, helped with that, and I think they're all, as you guys who are fans as well, obviously love the club, as frustrated as I am, because we can see it's not. Sometimes there's some technical issues in and around it where you're like, oh, if we'd have just done this, but I've laid into it pretty clear. We don't look after the ball. Some people haven't dished up what they said they're going to do. And I think everyone can probably see that as well. So yeah, we're all hurting, but we're back on the horse next week, and this sadistic roller coaster that is rugby league that we keep coming back for. But we have to get over it quick, as I always say. You get to Tuesday, we'll review it, and we'll have a good review and some honest chats, as they are every week. And then next week the lads are going to have to take the field and back up some of that honesty. I'm broad brushing that there. That's probably not fair. I think some people competed really hard and had a good dig and did what they said they were going to do. I think some people were quite far off it. I will finish with just a mention for Brandon Pickersgill, because that was pretty ordinary, to be fair. On bench for 80, not getting on, wanting to jump on and do his best for the boys, but I just felt that if someone was going to pull something, it was probably going to be Woodburn all that was going to do it, or someone a bit lively like Louis Jouffret, and I thought, yeah, he suffers, and it's quite an hard one to take, I can imagine, for him. We'll have a chat about that in the week, but he's a good prize pick, and he'll get his chin up and he'll put his best foot forward. But yeah, I've got to say, he had a good dig in the week, and it prepared well, knowing he wasn't going to be playing, and to come and not play, not great, but you know, he's hurting now, but I'm sure he'll bounce back from it.